When fishing big streams and rivers, my setup differs slightly to what I usually use when I'm fishing lakes. The setup I tend to use consists in a 55-pound braided leader, very strong and reliable, tied to a heavy-duty lead clips because we are using the heaviest of leads, in this case an 8-ounce tractor lead. I'm using quite a long hook link made of 35-pound armor link. And the reason for that is because we're using such big leads. I want some separation between my hook bait and the lead, and also because we are fishing our tips high in the air to keep as much water pressure off the line as possible. I also want some separation, so when the fish are entering my swim and starting to feed, they are not getting in direct contact with my main line, or my leader in this case. Armor link is also very supple, so it follows the contour of the riverbed very, very well. Tied to a size 4 brood hook, KD style. This is very easy to do, so if I have to change my rigs, which is often the case when you're fishing rivers, I don't have to mess about with complicated rigs, just very easy. And also it gives the hook an aggressive angle because I tend to find that the fish in the rivers feed very aggressively, and I just got better hooking ratio using this kind of rig. Tying it is very easy. You just take a good length of armor link, tie a loop in the end, take the other tack end and go through the eye downwards. Start to whip a knotless knot, but just 2 or 3 whippings. Then you lift the hair and do another 5 to 6 whippings under it. Back through the eye, and you completed your knotless knot KD style. In the other end, I tie a big loop, which enables me to connect the rig to the ring loop to loop. Again, this is all for speed, so when I'm getting bites or getting bream or barbel at the night, I can easily change my rigs and go back to fishing. As I mentioned before, I fish this on a lead clip setup. So I attach the braided leader to the swivel with a grinner knot. Then I slide on the lead clip first, use the pin to keep the swivel in place, and last but not least, I slide on the tail rubber to keep my lead in place. The tail rubber of the heavy-duty lead clip is mega tough, so you can easily cast the heaviest of leads without them coming off at the cast. And also, when your lead gets moved around, which can still happen when you have heavy ships traveling by, you will never find that your lead is coming off just because your lead clip gets moved around by the stream. Despite this, under pressure, if your lead would get snagged or you hooked into a fish, your lead comes off quite easy. And like I said, that's all there is to it. Really simple, really strong, and most importantly, mega reliable. Caught me a lot of fish from various different rivers all over Europe, and I wouldn't change it for anything else.